I thought a lot about going through the COVID-19 crisis now. There are significant differences in the United States going through coronavirus between social classes. Although the government announced it, there was no mention of it in the news. In large cities such as New York and Los Angeles, there are many deaths in the lower socioeconomic class. While many of the deaths do occur in the elderly, the lower class citizens are not being tested enough. They do not know whether they've contracted the virus, therefore, they do not think of going to the hospital. So there might be far more infected cases than the reported numbers have indicated. Unless the government accurately grasps and tracks them, the coronavirus doesn't seem it will be controlled so easily in the United States. In Korea, they can stop the spread of disease because they can track the contracted people. The United States seems to have many lower class people that are neglected. As I observe the current situation, I see a big flaw in the United States social structure. Seuseungnim, would you please tell us whether this coronavirus reveals a flaw in our social structure? Let's talk about the situation in the United States, considering New York as an example. In New York, all different types of people are gathered regardless of their social status. Areas like New York and Washington, D.C. are the hearts of the United States. In such cities, people should be separated into those who can live there and people who should not live there. During this crisis, there should be significant structural reform. Only people who have a valid reason to live in New York should live in New York. Then the next group of people should live in the immediate surrounding areas and the next group in the further out regions. If people of low energy levels try to live in high quality energy locations, they can't live well. These people should live further out. When living in New York, one should live there to be active in the city, having the wherewithal. Not just to live in New York. People who came into the city with greed should be cast out. If this is not corrected, then crisis through infectious diseases will continue to exacerbate. The population is not controlled by wars anymore. Nature is controlling the population now. For example, in Seoul, 대한민국, only people who should live in Seoul should live there. If people who are having a hard time living in Seoul continue to live there, then the city will get messy. They have to pay the price for making the city messy. These are the issues that need to be straightened out. At one time, many people came to Seoul to further their careers. If you don't have the resources to live in the city, then you should take a step back and live in the surrounding area and interact from outside the city. If you have even fewer resources, then you should take even further step back. That's why there are smaller regions like Gyeonggi-do, Chungcheong-do, and Busan. Different cities of varying energy levels are spread out around the country. This same principle should apply to New York or any other city in the United States. We need to ask why certain groups of people are facing hardship in large cities. Why are such difficulties befalling high-quality cities known to be a nice place to live? We need to observe and analyze this very well. People with weak energy level should not wander around aimlessly. We need various levels of people in society, like farmers and middle class. It is time that we need to reevaluate where we should be living. If your energy level is very low, then you should move to a rural area and build up your energy level. After you have regained resources, then you can re-enter a higher energy location. Society needs different classes of people, like farmers and intellectuals who can manage their environment. Only people who have the capabilities should open up a business in New York. Not everyone is fit to stay there. By this principle, 30% of businesses will close down, and this will start from the bottom third. The upper-level businesses running with greed will contract by 30%. Businesses closing down will be the lower 30% of businesses. The higher-level businesses will survive, but after reducing the size by 30%. It means do not expand indiscriminately from now on. We need to do things appropriately in society to fit the environment. This is the work of nature, making adjustments all over the world right now. We need to understand nature's principle. A society that has been neglected by us is now undergoing a major correction by nature. This is how you should understand it.